Well, well, well. Will you just look at it? Look at this thing. What a machine. What year is it, Jimmy?
2005.
2005. One of my favorite Dynas. Rookie move. Turn the gas on, son. What a beautiful piece. Jimmy, there's a cool story behind this Harley too.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
This is actually my Uncle MJ's bike, and he passed away. Sadly passed away. He's one of my uncles that actually really drove me to get really good at what I do. He really passed on, with the motorcycles, the cars, the high performance stuff, racing.
Jimmy, this is a really special piece. It's performance machine, dual piston caliper with an oversized rotor. These are the DXT shocks, or the best stock shocks Harley ever made. Look at the swing arm on this thing. Who makes that? GS Custom?
Yep.
Massive swing arm. What kind of pipe is that?
It's a Bassani Road Rage 2 pipe, but it wouldn't fit with the swing arm, so we just put a slip-on muffler on it.
And the best part is the heart of this beast. It's 120 cubic inches of the Harley Davidson R motor, which I believe was like a street and strip motor. It's the race engine, right?
Yep. This
is very similar to what they're running in the King of the Baggers, but this bike's 150 pounds lighter than any bagger was, and it has a much steeper steering head. You got a steering brace on there. You got a fork brace.
Yep, the stabilizer. This one's got the good show of forks, the compression and rebound dampening, the dual disc brakes. Put an oil cooler on it to help it out some. The engine stabilizers. A load of titanium hardware on it.
Wow, what a machine.
We bumped up the compression ratio 1 point from stock.
Yeah.
And we also put in the compression releases, the manuals.
Wow.
And zippers, Redshift 657 cams, gear driven. Big HPI throttle body, intake.
It's got to be pushing over 120 horse, I'd imagine,
oh,
right?
Yeah, it's like almost 140.
That's insane on such a light
big
bike.
Intake,
You blow
Thundermax tuner.
Just smoke jet bikes from a stoplight.
It's something else to ride, actually. It's very surprising. If you never, it's the big thing with Harley Davidsons. Everybody's like, oh, they're slow, this and that. That's not the case.
Not with this one.
Nope.
Stock
Easy
70
power
horse.
roll-on wheelies. You don't have to try. My stunt riding days are over with, so I really respect this. Plus, my uncle, if he saw me riding it wild, he'd get on my ass, tell me to slow down.
I love the bars on this thing too. What kind of bars are those?
I believe these are the stock bars, powder coated.
Just beautiful. It's almost like a flat tracker style. I love where the gauges are on this thing, and a little mini fairing on the front there.
Yeah, let me just put a little bag on it.
Aircraft style air cap, original factory paint. The swing arms at 10. As soon as you pulled up on this, man, I was like, oh my God. I said, Jimmy, if you ever lose your mind, I'm first in line. I got dibs. You guys think about trying to... don't swoop in like you need. I'm first in line. No, seriously, this is a beautiful piece, man. This is a forever bike. This is a kind of bike where they make different Harleys, but there's not a better Harley made, in my opinion. Now, and I have a soft spot for the FXRs. I love FXRs, but a well set up Dyna rivals the FXR. Plus, you get the better, bigger engine. You'd be hard pressed to find a better V-twin motorcycle than this anywhere, and it sounds freaking ridiculous. Jimmy, give us a quick demo. What a machine. Metzler tires. Those are Michelin's. Michelin on the rear, right?
Yeah.
Freaking beautiful, this thing. Sounds good. Not a single backfire. Jimmy's a world-class mechanic. He's been spinning wrenches forever. And I believe his uncle, like he said, was the guy who inspired him to get into doing this. And he's a world-class tech. He builds drag race cars and everything else. He volunteers here at the museum a couple days a week. He's doing really good. He's overcome a lot of challenges in his life, personal challenges, and he's doing freaking amazing. Listen to this thing rumble. Let her eat up the driveway. That thing sounds freaking badass. Another great day here at Kaplan Cycles and the New England Motorcycle Museum. It always makes me really happy to see people out enjoying their bikes like that one, and there's a really cool story to that bike. Billy Blythe on the ZRX 1100. He rides that thing every day. It's got like 60,000 miles on it. You gonna ride this to work for a little? You gonna ride it in? Cool.
It's thirsty on gas though.
Yeah, I bet it is. 120R. Wow. What a machine. So Jimmy, how you been, man?
Excellent. How about yourself?
Really good. I'm glad to see you out here enjoying this thing today, and kind of made my morning seeing you pull it. I'm glad you were willing to do a video with us here today.
Good to be here.
I think you inspire a lot of people, not only with the bike, but with how well you're doing. You lost a lot of weight in the last couple of years, haven't you?
Yeah, probably down about, I think 45 pounds now, almost 50.
How did you do that?
Just, you know, being good with eating, you know, cut out any junk food or, you know, no more soda, strictly stick to water.
You look 10 years younger, too.
Except for a shave.
Or could that be the ride on the bike that did that for you this morning?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, for sure.
You can't think of anything that's better for the spirit than ride a bike like that, man.
My adrenaline's going. I wouldn't kid you about that one.
You don't need an extra cup of coffee this morning. Your adrenaline's peaking off the rev limiter. So, any words of wisdom for people who may be going through challenges in life? You know.
Yeah, you know, it's easy for me to, like, you know, sit here and, you know, say it, but it's from the bottom of my heart. Never give up. You know, always try to put in your best. You know, never let the tough things get in your way.
For the people that don't know what you've been through, could you share with them what it is? Because I think you're going to inspire some dudes.
Oh yeah, I've had a heart transplant and been through some tough times for sure.
And since then, you overcame it, lost a shitload of weight, been kicking ass. You're one of the best wrenches we have here. Out of the 10 wrenches, you're on the podium. You have a kick-ass attitude, and I think maybe that's why you did so well. Sometimes people give up, but your attitude, you always come with a good attitude. You do the best you can, and you're having fun. You're building a race car. He's got a KTM 380. Yeah, just search KTM 380SX in Kaplan. That bike, he rode at Unadilla. Now they say motocross is very physically demanding. It is, but I just wanted to share your experience because I think it's going to inspire some dudes that might be going through something not nearly as bad as stressful or I don't know what the right words are. What I'm searching for, but that's a heart replacement surgery is a big deal, and a lot of people kind of would give up, stop doing what they love. That's what's keeping you going.
Yeah.
That's what's keeping you inspired.
Yep.
That's what's keeping your attitude the way it is. Riding this badass. Straight up, this is on the podium of all the Harleys I'd want to have if I could only pick one. You got a podium Harley, you got a podium 380SX KTM, and you're still living and loving life. Thank you for sharing your story today. Really proud of you and what you've become and what you're doing with your life and how you didn't let that setback. I mean, it's a real inspiration. I'm sure it is to your doctors and anybody who knows you that Jimmy actually grew up with Chrissy. They lived in I think rode the same bus to school and stuff. Did you guys live in the same town?
Yeah, she was my neighbor technically, right down the street.
So Chrissy and Jimmy known each other since they were kids. I've known Jimmy for a long time. Yep. We're happy to have you here volunteering on the team. We're happy that every day you show up. We're glad to see you here. And we wish you the best of luck, man. Keep the shiny side up. Keep riding.
Thanks.
You're inspiring me and everybody else, man. Have an awesome weekend enjoying your Harley.
Thanks, sir.
God bless America. Well, this is pretty cool. This is the first time I've had a semi back down into the loading dock here to load up. Giving me ideas with our rig for picking up big loads instead of dropping them to the ground. He's back up to the dock in there. Our trailer's dock height, but someday we'll get a, ours is ground height like a NASCAR trailer, but someday we'll get a dock height one like this.